The body is covered with the national flag, and if you look properly, you will see the other items that signify that the body being carried or wheeled here belongs to a particular dignified class. We're going to see a lot of military presence here until the body is interred. I said earlier that the distance between KASTINA and Daura is about 1 hour 20 minutes, and so it's going to be quite a drive once the airport ceremony ends between KASTINA and Daura, where the interment will take place. We look very closely, you will see that President Bola Tinubu had already received the body and is walking behind the casket as they are wheeling it down the aisle there. It will be very serious and deep moment for him, having worked quite closely with President Muhammadu Buhari when he was in power. Even before he became president, his emergence as the president, Bola Tinubu, then he was just a former governor, played a very active part as the leader of the APC, newly formed APC then in 2015, and he is walking right behind the casket as it's being wheeled down the aisle there by senior military officers. The right protocol for a man of this status. Quite a very sober mood for the entire country, and by extension probably the African continent. He was the capacities are now about to embark on the last journey on earth.
I want all of you to gather here because I have a lot to show you this very moment. It is no longer news that the so-called ex-president of the zoo, Muhammadu Buhari, has joined his ancestors, as was displayed by the so-called executive of the zoo and of course broadcasted by the Nigerian zoo Gota media platforms. So without further ado, we are going to, move into the analysis of this very news, because I've got a lot to show you during the course of this very broadcast that I'm making right now. I want every one of you to pay attention. In 2017, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shattered the dreams of the Fulanis who wanted or who plotted to use an impostor to complete the then Buhari stamp as the then president of Nigeria. They imported impostor from Sudan, and it actually worked for them because everybody was bought over. Everybody in Nigeria politics was bought over, including the press, because they couldn't do their job. And that was one of the reasons they sent the army in the guise of Operation Python Dance to eliminate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in his father's compound in 2017. So, let me give you examples. Let me give you the information which I have for you with evidences, and then we will take it off from there. First of all, I want to read out to you what is going on right now in London. Remember, Buhari bụ onye na-akpụ isi n'anị, ọ bụ ndị isi anị ka ọ bụ. So I don't know how Buhari died yesterday, and I don't know where they kept the body, because as far as I'm concerned, even though they claim he died in United Kingdom, they should have transferred the body to Nigeria immediately and commenced the burial. Right? Now, they said they are going to bury him on Tuesday. But as I'm speaking to you now, Aisha Buhari, the wife of the so-called deceased, is still in London, in United Kingdom, as I'm speaking to you. Now, 14th July 2025. And the burial of the so-called late husband is tomorrow. Don't be juju be that. Now, let us read. Shetima pays condolence visit to Buhari's family in London. You see, I want you to see the date. This is today, 14th July 2025. So let's continue. Let's read just briefly, then I'll begin to show you all the evidences that I have to prove to you that Buhari died since 2017. Now, Vice President Kashim Shettima on Monday paid a condolence visit to the family of late former President Muhammadu Buhari in London. Mr. Stanley Nkwocha, the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Communications, Office of the Vice President, made this known in a statement in Abuja. The news agency of Nigeria now reports that Shettima is in London at the behest of President Bola Tinubu to accompany Buhari's body to Nigeria for burial at his hometown, Daura, on Tuesday. Aged 82, Buhari died on Sunday at a London clinic where he was receiving treatment, having initially traveled for a routine medical checkup in April. Okay, now, this is just to lay a foundation to prove to you that Aisha Buhari is actually still in London, right? Now, I have more things to show you. Now, when you look at your screen, you see this is death certificate of the then Muhammadu Buhari. Let me zoom it a little bit. I don't want it to lose quality. Now, if you look at this place here, you can see it's boldly written Buhari Muhammadu General. I don't know if you are seeing it properly, honestly speaking, because I don't want you to over zoom it so it doesn't lose quality. You see, this is Buhari Muhammadu General. You can see the date, and this certificate was issued on the 13th of September 2017. I want you to follow them. I don't want to over zoom it so it doesn't look it doesn't lose quality. Look at it. Federal Republic of Nigeria, National Population Commission, death certificate. This is Buhari's original death certificate in 2017. So those of you who are still believing today that Buhari just died yesterday, you be mumu. In fact, why had you edged them as in Amdekano yet? Nobody, they are not raising the issue of North Buhari Amugo. Ask yourself, why? Why did they play down on that allegation? Why? I'm asking why. Because they know that we have all these things. They know that there are lots of evidences. There are so many evidences to prove that Buhari was already late in 2017. Now, as if this death certificate is not enough, recall that there was a rumor. There was a rumor back then about Queen Elizabeth. We're going to read that her letter moving forward. Now, let me show you another one. So, if you look here, likewise, the first one, I don't want to over zoom it so it doesn't lose quality. Just exactly like the previous one. So, you see, London Bridge Hospital, Regional Medical Laboratory. I want to challenge them. If Buhari was not dead here, they should come out and tell us the name of the hospital Buhari traveled or Buhari was treated in 2017. Yes, they should come out and tell us the name. We need evidence from them of if it's not this very hospital, they should come with another evidence to counter this claim that Buhari was not even in this very, of course, London Bridge Hospital. They should come and give us another evidence to prove that it was another place where Buhari attended in London, another top-class hospital in London. They should come out and tell us. Now look at it. The name is there. Look at the Regional Medical Laboratory. This is the test. Look at it. The Buhari's lab test. Buhari Muhammadu. Look at it. It's written there. Buhari test. I want you to follow the mouse here. Buhari test. Buhari test results. You can see it. Buhari test result is there. Everything is there. So this is the test report directly from the hospital in London, 2017. You understand? It is very, very clear. So anybody telling you all those garbage, These people now, if only you people should keep it public, keep it open. Keep it open. We want to be seeing the face of that so-called Buhari. Don't hide anything. He used to be the former president, so he used to be a public figure. So keep it open. Let us see how it happened. Mad people everywhere. And I think saying everybody will be moo. Now let me show you what Queen Elizabeth did when Buhari joined his ancestors in the year 2017. The Queen of Britain, Her Royal Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, has sent message of condolence to the family of Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari and the people of Nigeria. The death of President Buhari came to us as a shock. He has been one of the active pillars in Africa. May the good people of Nigeria and Africa know that our hearts are with them in these hard times, the Queen said. You understand? So it's pure. It's pure. This very, letter is what they have done everything within their powers to hide, to make sure that they erase any evidence to show that Buhari was actually gone in 2017. They tried everything they could to erase this very evidence, but we still have it. We still have it. Oh yes, we have it. And we're going to make use of it anytime, any day. Now, let us see more. This is the wife of the president, whose husband supposed to be buried tomorrow. Until today, she's still in London. Don't tell me Buhari died in London, blah, blah, blah. No, there's nothing like that. This woman should have traveled all along. And let me tell you, she knows exactly what is going on. You may not see her. You may not see her tomorrow, or they may listen to this very broadcast now and decide to cover their shame. To cover their shame, because they will feel that they have been exposed, and they will send Aisha Buhari to Daura tomorrow morning. You get it? Today, 14th of July, Aisha Buhari is still in London. Today, look at her here. You see? This is the visitation of the Boko Haram founder, Kashim Shettima, currently the so-called Vice President of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. This is where they are, enjoying themselves, claiming that they are mourning Buhari. But how many times will you mourn him? Can somebody tell me how on this planet Earth, should Aisha Buhari remain in London up till now? My attention was drawn to the video that you made a couple of days ago, and I have found it very, very imperative to come and address you. And I want you to understand very, very well. No kuna aga fam wam anya na aga fiam na afia. You and I know very well what is going on in this very struggle. You know that I know. You know that I know. Genkere, you know that I know. Genkere, you know very well that I know what is going on in the struggle. You know, not that you don't know, you know. So, for the fact that you know that I know what is going on in the struggle, it will be a kind of calamity for you to drag me into your mess. You also know that I know that you are in a mess. You know very well that Biafra Unite knows that you are in a mess. You know very well that I know that you know that if I open my mouth and analyze you, you are not going to remain the same, because I know a lot about you. Remember, we used to discuss very well. Remember all the things you told me you were going to do. All those things, do not think that I was a fool. Remember very well what you told me on the 30th of November. Remember what you told me on the 30th of November when I asked you which way forward. Remember, don't allow me to open the can of worms. Achom, I want your declination to come natural. Let me not be the one that will decline, that will send you to oblivion as quick as possible on the social media. Let your declination come naturally. Are you paying attention, Ogenkere? I don't have time to be analyzing your videos. When you talk, I will come and analyze it. You know I don't have that time. But weapon no go completely. Make ya sure ni weapon no go completely. The task ahead is so huge for me to dedicate time to be talking about you or about Ngozi Orabueze. Let the declination of you and your cohort come naturally. So that I don't want to be the one to do it because it will come faster if I do it. Because I want Biafrans to see with their own eyes how God is going to remove all of you, or has removed all of you from this very struggle. All of you who do not have good intention for this very freedom. All of you name Abateke, somebody put Abateke in the comment section. I want to see somebody say Abateke in the comment section. All of you name Abateke. Oh no, man, you people know that I know what is going on. God has already removed all of you. The same way God removed Ngozi Orabueze is the same way God has removed you and your group. But that does not mean no man no on social media na cause so you know now constitute nuisance. That does not mean you people are not going to remain on the social media constituting nuisance, just the same way the DOS has remained on the social media since 2021 constituting nuisance. So it's not a new thing to us. But Biafrans will now see how you people will be completely, how God will take care of you people and pack you people by the side while Biafra will continue to march. Before we continue, let me play your video. I'm going to play it few minutes and then we move forward. I will send you my message and then we'll move forward. And I have a message for success. I equally have a message for success this evening. This is the first time I'm mentioning your name in my platform. I have a message for you. I know you are listening. Every one of you must pay very close attention this evening. Very, very, very necessary and very, very important.
With them, cooperation with the hostile independent media, attempts to penetrate the Biafra Defense Force, BDF, even though the BDF does not want to contact with them.
Okay, Nkere, You see, like as I told you, I don't want to be analyzing your words or your video because it doesn't really worth it.